So good morning, sir.
Good to see you.
Thank you so much, sir. What prompted the initiative for today?
Well, what's heartbreaking is when you look at the unemployment rates in London, the unemployment rates for young black men is twice that of many other ethnic groups. It can't be right that so many young black men are missing out on good jobs, missing out on the possibility to enhance their families' lives and their lives. So what today is about is making sure we work with good employers so there is a helping hand for young black men to get the best jobs going forward. And that means really good jobs in construction, really good jobs in digital, really good jobs in other spheres of life as well. In London, we're really good at creating jobs. My worry is not enough Londoners are benefiting from those jobs.
So initially, obviously, today's discussion, one of the panelists said that because he's obviously a black person, he had to do things double, twice, to be able to fit into the community. How does that make you feel?
Look, we all know when we were growing up what our parents would say to us. Many of us were told, you got to work twice as hard to succeed because of the inherent discrimination that existed in society. Although we've made huge progress, we're still not there. There are still big challenges in our community, in society. A lot of reasons are given for why young black men don't do as well, which we've got to recognise. Discrimination that exists. And the education system letting down young black men. When it comes to employers advertising in areas where young black men haven't got access to, them not being given the contacts that they need to succeed. Many of us haven't got the networks. And so it's heartbreaking that still in 2018, young black men think they've got to work twice as hard to achieve the same as their peers. That's why it's important to provide this helping hand, which is what this initiative that we've published today, the Workforce Integration Network we've published today, is about.
So aside bringing employers, obviously I saw a lot of employers upstairs you're trying to work with to obviously make this initiative a success. What other ways? Because it's still going to be hard to reach out to some boy somewhere in a council flat that doesn't even know what is going on. How do we intend to pass this message even to the grassroots youth?
We've got a number of initiatives that are addressing just this. And by the way, if we can get young black men and those from other backgrounds who aren't succeeding the opportunities they need, will benefit. There's no downside. So one of the initiatives we're doing is something called Skills for Londoners. And Skills for Londoners is training up today's youngsters to have the skills for the jobs of tomorrow. And that means also role models going into schools and colleges to do assemblies, to show young people that people who are like them have succeeded. It's really, really important as well. Separately, we've set up this growth fund, so a young entrepreneur, a young business person can apply for funding. Often banks don't give them loans. They can apply for funding as well. We've got to make sure that we give young people aspiration, ambition, but a helping hand so they can fulfill their potential. If they can fulfill their potential, they benefit, their families benefit, but society benefits as well.
Yeah. Okay, somebody also said something. The boy again, or the man upstairs, said another thing about black men, that obviously there's just in this perception that most black boys are gang members. What do you have to say to that?
Well, what's heartbreaking is the stereotype that still exists amongst some people about what being a young black man is about, and we've got to address those stereotypes head on. That's why it's really important that we celebrate successes, because those successes can help bust the myths that young black men are hardworking, they are talented, they are skilled, they can be amazing things, whether it's a chief executive, whether it's an actor, whether it's a lawyer, whether it's in construction, whether it's in digital, whether it's in journalism. We've got to celebrate those successes, because why is it important? It helps deal with those prejudices there are, but also gives young people hope as well. And so it's really important to take on those stereotypes. Unfortunately, sometimes some of the mainstream media reports about the negativity in our communities. Let me say this: for every one negative story, I could give you 10 positive ones, and we want to get mainstream media reporting those positive stories as well.
True. Okay, the last question. So you mentioned that this initiative is not just going to stop with black boys, you're going to extend it to other groups and other races. Can you explain further?
The priority now is young black men, because of the numbers. They are heartbreaking, they're disappointing, they should make us all angry. These figures that show the high unemployment rate of young black men isn't because they're lazy or they're not hardworking or they're not talented. It's because of lack of opportunity, lack of a helping hand, lack of access. We've got to address that. That's the focus now. We're going to move on to other groups that are left behind. There could be disabled Londoners, it could be other groups that are left behind, and we've got to make sure that there is no part of London who feel they can't fulfil their potential in London. London is a great city. I think it's the greatest city in the world, but too many Londoners aren't enjoying the fruits of us being a great city. My mission in City Hall is to make sure we give other Londoners the chance this city gave to me and my family.
Thank you so much, sir.
pleasure.
Really appreciate it. Okay, have a wonderful day.